Hi, I'm happy to have Paul is here. Paul is a candidate of doing our both unit of competency assessment. And I thank you Paul coming here to do with me, and Paul competed on with the assessment. So today we come together as a validate our evidence, knowledge and competency of Paul, whatever put in there. So we go through with that and make sure we both happy and in the fairness, in the validator, in the currency, in the authentic, everything to the work is based on training assessment of the government. Okay, Paul, can you tell me yourself what you do, Paul?
Sorry?
Can you tell us what you do, Paul?
What I do the maintenance and gardening here at Ovars. And that involves maintenance and gardening and computer stuff and talking to people.
Yep. Okay. So you know what you are here today, yeah? So we are doing assessment. I'm assessor, you are candidate. So we go through both unit of competency there. Okay. So are you aware you put out all the answer there? I'm okay with that. You're okay with that? So we start with assessment. Now let's start the first one. As you read the module before, and then we start with question one. We can both validate your knowledge assessment and your competency and performance material. Okay, question one. You got question one there? You put the answer there. Now in the space below, list the number 1 to 8 to show the logically steps in preparing your computer for use. So what do you put the answer about?
Well, first, number one, I sort of find the computer. Find it in the office. Then two, make sure it's turned on.
Oh, yeah, good.
Put it on. Then switch it on.
What's number three?
Number three,
four.
Number three. Turn on the power. And then number four is turn on the monitor, because that's got a separate switch. 5 is the login, as per the request I give you. And then number 6 is wait for the windows to load. 7 is select the desired application what you want to do. And then you open those.
That's number 8, last step.
That's the last one,
So what do you think about it? It's good, You think it's logical, is knowledge, your experience? Well done, okay. I'm happy with that too. So I put down certified with results here, question 1. Well done, we move on question 2. Alright, question 2, match the computer components to their descriptions by placing the number 1 to 4 logically in the table below. As you can see, Paul, first one is mouse, second one is monitor, and number 3 keyboard, and the last one 4 central processing unit. Now, can you tell me which step you put in there to match with that?
The picture of number 1 is a mouse, which that allows the user to interact with the computer. Moves it around. And the 2, the monitor. That's what's displaying on the computer. You see what's going on.
Okay.
Number 3, that's the keyboard that allows you to punch in your letters or numbers and whatever you're going to do.
So I'm happy with your response. You put down 4 performance activities logically to match with the picture of mouse and the monitor, keyboard, etc. Very good, well done. So put a satisfaction for you, certified for you. Alright, move on to question number 3. Now, table below are some economic issues. So as a part of the work and safety of SWAT we all know about, but for common people, they know straight away as well. So can you tell me what is the economic issues for the table below? So the first one, poor lighting.
They make gives you eye strain or headache or something, or looking, trying to squint your eyes.
Okay, that's good, Paul. Okay, so the next one, incorrect screen height.
Well, it would be give you neck pain because you're looking up or looking down or looking sideways. Shoulder tension. Need lots of holidays.
Pretty much relevant to you. If you've got an issue, you can see a doctor and the doctor certificate, and you're going to live for a while. And then until you're getting better. See, economic issues cause a lot of problems, isn't it? In the long term, yes, very seriously.
Unsuitable. Yeah.
So the next one, unsuitable chair height.
Yeah, that'd probably do the same. Give you problems with your neck and shoulders and back and posture. Give you posture.
That's right. Yep. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one, improper positioning of mouse and keyboard.
Yeah. Neck and shoulder pain or carpal tunnel of your wrists.
Yep. Okay, that cause really realistic, related to shoulder and things.
Yeah.
Because a mouse like that, it kind of very
lifting it
important.
up like this.
So that's why my workstation stand up is more highly good for heart. Rather than you sit down for long hours, it's not good for the heart. Because I'm getting over the age, better the more standing than the young. So the young's okay, you can do exercise, you can walk after school, do some exercise because you're young, but when you're getting older, you're not doing much exercise, feel like it, because you a lot of work you do at home after hours. So your exercise looks like very limited, and then that's why you create yourself stand up for the workstation, good for the heart. Yeah? Alright. Okay, very good, Paul. Well done. And move on to question 4. Check the 3 boxes below that identify key function with computer operating system. What do you put an answer, Paul?
Just to manage the computer's memory resources. To perform software as needed.
Oh, good.
And to manage peripheral devices.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
Mouse, screen, keyboard.
And the rest of it not relevant to computers. That's well done, Paul. Very good. Thank you. I'm happy with that. Okay, move on. Next question 5. Check the 3 boxes below, similar to the question 4. Identify common organizational practice for inclusion. So when you're naming the files, so it's not much about the advanced computer user, it's about the basic computer user. Should know something about a little bit this step here. So what do you put in the answer, Paul?
Version number. Date the file was created. A file description. Whatever you're doing.
So similar to the name of the file, isn't it? So pretty much when you turn up the file, when you do up the writing or the drafting, the handwriting, and you scan computers, go to your computer. Now once you have the raw data, that's called raw data, and then you have to create to be live. So that data there to be with the 3 at least the key point. First one is the version number. So version 1, V1. And then the second one, date, and the file was created today, for example. You put the date today. And then the last one, the name of the file, the project of the file. So next time in the future, when you see the file, you know straight away, you've done that on the day before. Okay, it's pretty easy, common sense, Well done, Paul. Okay, now, that's all about the unit competency BSBETC101 operate digital devices assessment over done. Okay, you got any question about assessment 1? This one here? Any question? All right. Okay, Now you're okay to move on the next unit competency. We call BSBPEF202 Plan and Apply Time Management. So this is all about pretty much similar to the unit competency 1. Okay, as you're familiar with those, you have put in the answer there, Resmond. Can you tell me the first question is, describe the relationship between your own work goals and plans and your own company's goals, means OVA's goals and plans, and outline what could happen if a person's work goals or plan were different from the organization OVA, say for example. So basically the question to tell you what your personal goal and OVA's goal, or company goal you work for. Are they jeopardizing each other? Are they conflict each other? Or are they have a different perspective your own and the company? So can you put the answer there? Can you tell me your answer there?
I just say my personal objectives such as professional development, skill enhancement and career advancement within the company, which OVA's. They are often focused on your unique contributions and growth within your organisation.
Yep.
My company goals align the broader strategic objectives and departmental action plans.
Yep. Okay, yeah.
I've been working harder to contribute to those community service deliveries in OVARs 6 to increase more funding or relevant to the particular funding, so it's more than both parties can create a more fulfilling and productive work experience.
Okay, yep, well done both. I'm happy with that. You happy with that? I'm happy with that. So tick on yes, certifies. And the next question 2. Now research the following 3 time management techniques and the strategy and describe how you could use it for each one, your own planning or your work task below. I know some of the wording is a little bit unfamiliar to your reading, but I can tell you the first one is a Pomodoro technique, and the second one is called Eisenhower matrix. So that's what we're reading like that, okay? So tell me the first one first.
The Pomodoro technique is developed by Francesco Zurlo, who used a kitchen timer to organise his study schedule. The technique soon after developed to help individuals more efficient work habits through effective time management means help to achieve a sense of accomplishment and reducing the potential for burnout or project delay.
Okay, good. I'm happy with that too. Now the next one.
The Eisenhower matrix helps workers get into habit of regularly reviewing their tasks, goals and deadlines based on 4 quadrants. Help to decide tasks in schedule of urgency and importance or later date, delegate or delete.
Okay. So you know about this is one of the time management techniques too. People use it, depend the people, some people using the first one, other people using the second one. The second one depends on which tools you think are more effective using apart to your time management, especially people who have multiple tasks complicated. So they put down, they prefer using the second one as an urgent, important matrix, you know. So quantum 1, quantum 2, 3, 4, so on. Because the one they tell you urgency, and the second one they tell you not urgent, not important. So able to make you easy to put the task in there, which one you prioritize, do first and second, and so on, okay? Well done, Ho. I'm happy with that. Okay, next one called time blocking.
Now, time blocking is an excellent technique used to divide individual days into dedicated blocks of time, such as scheduling, meeting and appointment, other daily tasks, regular habits to do. Okay. So time blocking, you focus on specific time block, say between half an hour or 9:30, 10:30, that time. What you blocking the time to do or something like that, okay? Well done, Paul, well done. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, next question 3. Describe the following features of the time management plan below. Just use a common sense, okay? So first one is a clear goal setting. What does it mean by you, Paul? No, I just think it helps the individual set a criteria to see if goal tasks are succeeding. Having clear, well-defined goals can help personal take. So goal setting pretty much not only apply to your work task or your departmental, but also represent for all of us. The promises everyone across the board. Goal setting means like achieving our strategic plan, for example. How we gonna goal setting to achieve, to serving better to the community, for example, as a part of the funding. You got funding from primary healthcare, you got funding from the program FASTI, you got a program for the SCWB, you got a program for FASTI. So every funding got a purpose of how we do the task, achieving, serving to the community. So as a part of goal setting. Okay, so this is all mean about. But for your personal goals, also, yes, what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to develop yourself to be career, to do profession, or you want to do the business? Now, when you do the business, what you're trying to achieve, to get more richer, to get more money, to get more funding, to get more maybe investment, you know, to property, to help you in the future, more shorter time for retirement, for example.
And then, so this is your personal things. But if you work with, within the organization and your personal goal, you need to work together, combine, doesn't make a conflict to each other. So say for example, if you're serving your department, your one is programs for community, you are serving for, let's say, disabled kinds of patient. What your goal is to try to achieve to serving them better, to assist them to fairness, to share the same life that what other people they have, and the disabled people they don't have. So you can share together to make them equally. Yeah, that's your funding to serve to provide to you to serve better to the part of it, like say NDIS, the department to like that. Yeah, but you to make the goal together, work together, is achieving that. Okay. Okay. Next one, Paul. Prioritization and task list. What's your about, Paul?
About developing a task plan, simply write a task list based on a visual decision of urgency, importance and general tasks to achieve, to define the task duration, start and finish, to complete by the due course deadline. So make a list of them and times it's going to take.
Okay. Okay, good. Now the next one, eliminate time wasting and distractions. What's you put in there, Paul?
Eliminating time wasting and distractions by use to do a to-do list. Break down large to small tasks, delegate and automate. Set time schedules to accomplish tasks.
Okay,
Just put them in the big and small.
Okay. Now the next one again, move on if you're no problem at all. So there's the next one, monitoring and review. What does it mean by doing your task?
Provide monitoring and reviewing to maintain tasks remain effective. If problems are found, go back through tasks, proceed to tackle issues, solve and address.
Okay, Okay. So it would mean that when you set a task, or when you executing your task, when you're doing your task down the track, so you are monitoring your task. So make sure they're on the right track. You're on the right thing, you're on the right budget, you're on the right road to doing that. So make sure you review them regularly, so make sure you're okay with that, achieving that to the deadline. That's what you mean. Good. All right, move on to the next one, Paul. Flexibility and adaptability. You understand this one here?
So the skill set required to anticipate and work around the clock task deadlines. And plan things, circumstances might change from time to time down the track. Individuals must be flexible and adaptable to changing strategies to address those changes.
Good. Okay. So, is there a question about this? I don't have any question, but I'm okay with that. Related to your question, question 3, the whole lot. Yes.
Number 3.
We move on question 4 now. Now describe how the following organizational standard, policy procedure, and relevant to your own work role. Say for example, code of conduct and ethics policy. Just come up to your mind, what is the code of conduct and ethics policy, Paul? Tell us.
Companies will provide a code of conduct policy outlining expected standards of employees' behaviour. It specifies a clear set of ambiguous expectations set in accordance with the highest standards of personal and professional integrity, honest and ethic.
Okay. So code of conduct basically cover quite a lot more than that. So let's say dressing conduct, your hair combing conduct, professional, and your shoes, your uniform, your dressing, your your professional attitudes, your respect to the others, and you treat your manager, your colleague, make sure in the right conduct and ethics. Ethics that means that you do the right things, so you are not doing any adverse to the company policy, dishonesty, or something like not expecting the right attitudes or behave. Okay, so it's all basic about this. Is all about code of conduct. Okay, good, well done, Paul. Now next one, equal opportunity and non-discrimination policy. Tell me a little bit about this.
It's an Equal Opportunity Act and it's a Non-Discrimination Act.
Yep.
Company policy applies to employees.
Yep.
To not unlawful to discriminate in inequally conduct in the workplace. These policies provide guidance for education, training, treatment, execute on behalf of management, employee obligations and the rights of the employee with disabilities and their families. Allows for special measures to achieve some standards of equality of the grounds of gender, identity, intersex status and relationship status. Yep.
So basically, equal opportunity, what we call short-term called EO, equal employment opportunity, or EO, equal opportunity, and then non-discrimination policy. So pretty common sense, non-discrimination in regard to the race, your skin color, your nationality, your race, your age, in regard to the whole, basically the whole law. So you will be aware when you are working with the diversified workplace, with multicultural, we have to respect each other, and we don't know where you come from, and just treat them with respect, the right way, that's all. So out of the trouble. Some people are very sensitive, If you do a little bit something wrong, misperspectively they thought that you are discriminating. So at the end of the day, that causes a lot of consuming a meeting and talk about this. So just be aware of that, okay? So make sure you're happy to conduct the right way to do it. And equal opportunity means you are treating with the college equally, fairness, and carry out respect the manners. If you're not sure, and find out, have a yak with them, have a talk with them, why is that, what's going on, don't just bang on like that. So, but gotta be find out and ask calmly, professionally, and some people will tell you the story why we doing like that. Maybe your manager, maybe your other departmental manager, they will explain to you why like that. Okay, but don't hit wrong with that. So be calm, be professional, and find out if you find something wrong with that. Okay, okay, cool. Now next one. Performance management and evaluation procedure, Paul.
Let's first to the practice of periodically reviewing employee output, competencies and behaviours against defined goals and the matrix or metrics of that. These assessments go beyond annual performance review to include real-time feedback, goal setting, progress tracking, identification of growth opportunities. Key asset methods include self-evaluations, manager reviews, lots of feedback and project debriefs.
Okay, so this is all about performance management. Performance management is a part of 80% crucial, important to serving under the company. Doesn't matter any organization, medium, small, or large. Performance management of the worker output is very important. How you serve the company, how you serve the customer, in order to get the outcome, the positive things. So performance management, if the employee got something wrong, as referred to the above code of conduct, or you're breaching with any policy or professional conduct, whatever it is, the line manager will carry out the performance management to talk to you about it, to deal with you about it. Performance management, like to manage your performance, that's positive. It's okay. It's okay to find, but those negative, like breaching or as a result of misbehave, whatever it is, so the line manager will put up with you to have a meeting, the performance management with you, to talk about this. And also on a regular basis, like if you're new staff, you start for 6-month probation, yes. And the manager sit down with you, have a yarn about what's going on. You okay with that? You happy with the down to the track? If you're happy with that, well, go on. If you're not happy, tell the line manager what's wrong with that. But as long as you stay there for another 12 months, we do 12 months performance appraisal and annually, cyclically like that. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you're okay with that. We're not treating you bad, but you tell us what's going on with that. If you're not telling the line manager don't know about what happened to you. So make sure you treat you fairly and understandingly and respectfully. Okay? It's all about performance management. Evaluation the same. So the line manager evaluate your performance as well. Looking back, monitoring, reviewing. So make sure you are on the right track to do proper way. Yeah. Okay. Next one, health and safety, Paul. Standard. It's very common sense here. This one.
Yeah, just helps guide companies.
Safety.
Make sure they're responsible, ensuring and protecting employees' well-being, workplace safety.
Yep.
Implementing such work health safety policies and procedures. And to eliminate or minimise risk arising from work and workplaces. It ensures fair and effective representation, consultation and cooperation to address and resolve work health safety issues in the workplace.
Okay. Okay, so pretty much everyone understand very common, very basic fundamental work health safety. Anything you look at, not very unusual, suspicious, any hazards or anything, you pick up straight away, minimize them straight away, pull them out straight away, the fire, for example. So very common sense, yeah? So try to eliminate them before they get bigger, simple as that. So this is all about work and safety things. Work and safety regard to the whole lot, every single things. For example, you walk upstairs, you come upstairs, you start driving the car, you start walking outside under the heat. That's a part of work and safety. It's already part of it. Okay, so good, Paul. We happy with that. And number one, question 5. Now the factor affecting your work progress and performance because excessive workload. Tell me about this one here.
Yeah, something I put up with every day, excessive workload.
Yep.
The nature, we have limited capability for processing info or work, therefore holding excessive items in memory, making overload tasks can result in stress, pressure, slower task performance and errors. It can, lapses of mistakes, accidents you can have, tired, poor work balance, life balance. But it can also lead to boredom and giving up interest.
So, as I said, excessive workload, putting too much on your workload, there are a serial some factors that why you got excessive workload in any organization. Some of them like unfairly, but there are other factors than maybe your line manager think that you are qualified good enough to handle competency of particular task. And maybe at the end of the day, the line manager look at you potentially that you might be like promotion one day because you're good at this. So putting your workload in there to get it done, you know what I mean? So, but in other words, that you might think it's not fair, and this got less and you got more, like that, you know what I mean? So you gotta be careful with this one here. But some people is okay with that. They are not really pick them up and make complaint about it. They take them on and they solve the problem. They cope with that. They move on like that. So it depends as well, you know. It depends. So, okay. Now the move on the next one. Lack of skill to do the job, Paul.
Skills, yeah. Means the company has sometimes have difficulty finding qualified employees. There's lots of non-qualified people out there. It could also mean increase to the cost of employ a particular worker to perform a particular job. It could also indicate the company has high turnover and facing a skills gap. They need to help them retain their top talent. So
say for example,
bidding for good purpose.
Say for example, all of us, good example, we operate in remote area. So remote area we call MM6. MM6 indicator that we are operating Kimberley region is a remote area. We got MM6, MM7, MM4, MM5. So when you do the application for funding, you apply for particular funding, they will ask you a question, where exactly your OVAS location is. So you look at the map, you put down MM6, MM7, MM6 between that. Why? Because you operate in remote area, difficult to attract people come up here. This remote area, bloody hot, and isolate from the city, far away. 3,000 km to Broome, 6,000 km down to Perth, driving. Can see that. So of course you gotta hit try your luck. You gotta get some people come over here, attract people come over here, so we can see. Some people really hard to get on. Some people say okay with that, cope with that. Okay.
Yep.
So this is all about it. And then last one, exclusive work environment and culture. Do you understand? You put the answer there. Exclusive and inclusive is the totally opposite word. Exclusive means not including. Inclusive means including together. So that means I give you a sample. If you're working in the office, if you're working in some organization, you're working with particular group, for example, gay and lesbian. So same wage, different whatever it is. What do you think about it? You think that exclusive better or inclusive work environment better?
Inclusive work
Nowadays.
Inclusive work
You're
environment.
treated them equally, no discrimination.
Everyone's got to be inclusive. It brings about diverse workforce, diverse teams, bring a wider range of perspectives, ideas, experiences to the table, which can lead to better problem solving, innovation and creativity. So it allows companies to better understand and serve a diverse customer base.
So we rather have it inclusive rather than exclusive. Because you work everywhere now, gay and lesbian part of the sample, everyone, mostly they come up to the workplace, you might see them from time to time, and you treat them equally, no discrimination. So we work as well as good, And this is all about both. So we are all finished 2 units there of competency. And what I do now, give you the feedback form over there and sign off consent of the recording form. And I might have a look on behalf of this later. I might get you to sign after that too as well, Kai and Paul. And when I put in the answer there, I'll get you to sign at the end. Okay, thank you, Paul. You got any question about this as well?
No, that's all good.
All good? All good? Thank you very much. So over, done. Yep.